Hey guys, welcome back to this week's price action trading levels, 19th to the 23rd of Jan. So I can't really start a video here without talking about CHF. Last Thursday, the Swiss National Bank decided to remove their 120 floor on the Euro CHF. The sheer speed at which this dropped and the fact that the liquidity vanished from the market meant that anybody that had stop losses in on this pair that were trying to trade it long were not, their stop losses were just not hit, and they didn't take. Lots of people got margin called, lots of brokers ended up in serious financial trouble. The most notable one being FXCM, who ended up with a $225 million hole in their account because of all the negative equity that their traders ended up with when everything finished and all the trades had been closed out, leaving them having to find $225 million to pay their liquidity providers. Thankfully for them, they got bailed out on Friday for the tune of $300 million, and I just heard on the news that FXCM are now looking to buy Alpari. Alpari actually had to declare insolvency due to this and closed up shop, but now on the news FXCM is looking to buy them, so the plot thickens. And it will be interesting to see on Tuesday, when the stock market opens in the US, how this rumour that FXCM is looking to buy Alpari will affect their share price. Their share price actually dropped 80% last week and then rose a little bit when they got the bailout. So we'll have to watch that and see what happens there, see how the market takes that rumour. If it turns out on Monday that they bought Alpari, then that should see their stock price rise. Okay, so back to the charts for this week. Firstly, let's take a look at the euro. This is the monthly chart, and you can see here it's broken, well and truly broken through the 117.63 level, and the price right now is down at 115.64, which is around about the 2003 lows, so this is pretty low right now. Now you can see here where we're sat. If we look on the monthly, if we put in a marker across there, let's just change that to black, sorry about this. If we put in a line across there, you can see where we're sat here on this 115.53 level, and the only possible direction you should be thinking of trading this is short, unless something really strange happens and you start to see bullish candlesticks out at this level. But to get into a position on the Euro USD, either look to sell at 116.37 or look to see if this 115.53 level gets broken just here and you get a pull back into it, and then a bearish candlestick to bring you down further short. But do be aware that on Thursday there is 99% chance that the ECB are going to announce more quantitative easing, so that's major news for the pair, likely to drop it further down. But unlike the SMB, they've used forward guidance and they've been telling the market for at least 10 days now that they're going to do this, so it may not have such a big impact. GBPUSD on the weekly here, you can see similar to EURUSD, this is on another massive spiral down. It's heading down to this major low here at 148.99, 149 level. It's not actually that far off it. If we get down to this level, then look for some sort of bullish candlestick, a nice bullish engulfing candle to possibly trade this long back up. But failing that, you're going to have to look to get short at some point. So back to the daily chart, you've got a level just here at 152.38. So look for that to be tested again, and then look for a bearish candlestick to trade it back down. On EURJPY, this was the level we were looking at last week. You can see it's been pulverized through it, mostly because of all the euro news coming out last week, and it's down here at this level just here. Let's go to the weekly chart and see how that looks. You can see it appears to have found some sort of support at this point just here, which is the 135.40 level. So if we do see a bullish candlestick up out here, then consider going long from here. If we see a break under this level, then look for a retest followed by a bearish candlestick to keep trading this short. But right where we are now, 135.40ish, is the place you want to be keeping an eye on EURJPY. NZDUSD is looking quite interesting at the moment. We did get quite a bullish bounce off this level here at 0.7687, which I talked about last week. But the size of the bounce actually took us back up into this resistance level where it started to come back down again. So really for NZDUSD, you've got to either look on a break of 78.32 to go long, or a break under 76.87 to go short. This distance of this range here is 144 pips. So this big candle here was too much to have tried to take a long position off that candle, because it's right back into the top of the channel. So you can't go long there. So you have to look at going long on the breaks or going short here on the breaks. So on Kiwi, NZDUSD, 78.32 or 76.87 are your places to watch. On GBPJPY, here was last week's level, just here at 178.41. You can see what's going on here. The price came back down to it, showed a little bit of support just here, and then blew straight through it, again due to all the news coming out. And it's done a kind of a rebound. Now if you're going to get long at this point, I suggest you wait for this level to break, then come back and retest it before trying to long it, using your candlesticks as guides as to what you're doing for this. To get short, at the moment you can see this green candle has brought the price back up here. So to get short, you need another bearish candle coming down here before you can get short on the pair. So at the moment we're at an interesting level on GBPJPY at 171.41, which is the spot you should be watching. Here's the weekly chart on EURNZD. This level just here, look, 151.22. Totally blown apart by the price action on the euro last week. So switching to the daily chart, here it is where it's blown straight through it. So to get short on this pair, to continue with the short price action on the daily chart, then I would probably look at trying to get in around 150.50 to continue with this this downward price movement. To get long, I wouldn't suggest trying to go long from where we are now, because you're going to need a big old bullish candlestick up out of here. But to get long, I would suggest you've got to wait until it breaks 154 to show some sort of trend reversal back up. So on EURNZD, look for 150.49. Here's EURAUD. This was the level we looked at last week, 142.33. You can see there was no need to even contemplate an entry here because of the weakness of the euro. Just blasted it straight down through it. So obviously what you're looking for here is at the 142.33 level. To get long, needs to come back above it and then retest it, and then show a bullish candlestick to the upside to go long from here. To go short, a retest back up to here, and then a bearish candlestick to trade back down. If we drop all the way down to this level here, this will be your next level at 138.13. So if we come down here, then this is your spot to look for bullish candlesticks like this one here to try and get long from this level here. But obviously you've got to judge the price action using your candlesticks to get an entry. If you look here, you see what I mean by that? If you were looking at this level, you'll see that you never got that bullish price action candle to try and trade this back up. It just blew through the level. So the two levels to watch on EURAUD, 142.33 and 138.13. So here's the news for next week, thanks to Forex Factory. You can see here on Monday, the US banks are closed. This is Martin Luther King Day, so could be quite quiet on US based pairs on Monday. And looking at the news here, you can see that it's basically the normal stuff as we go down the list here. You've got this one here, which is the official bank rate votes for GBP on Wednesday. Now, if this shows something other than 207, now that can sometimes move the GBP pairs because it shows dissension amongst the 9 voters that they want to change interest rates. Keeping on down the list here, let's have a look, see what's coming up. On Thursday, this here ECB press conference is the one to watch out for, because for the last week, 2 weeks, the ECB has been giving forward guidance saying that they are going to introduce quantitative easing, which basically means turning on the printing presses in the Eurozone to supply money into the banks. So this is the one to watch out for on Thursday. So be very, very careful trading around that event. In fact, I would say don't trade around that event because anything can happen. On Friday, nothing much to speak of, just the normal news, but nothing major. So next week, the 2 events I would watch out for would be the GBP MPC official bank rate votes, and on Thursday, the ECB press conference. So that's it for this week's look at our price action levels and a quick look at the news. If you like what we do here, please subscribe, click the like button, or send us a comment, and we'll see you next week.